That was just a couple of seconds. Okay. Whenever you want to get started, I am rolling.
BOOZHOO Nij Anishinaabe Doog. Hello, my fellow Anishinaabe. Hello, my fellow people. And welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO Nana BOOZHOO. My name is Michael Lyons. And today I'm going to start the show with a little song called Let's Dance. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song they're playing on the radio. Let's sway. You can tell it lights up your face. Let's sway, sway through the crowd to an empty space. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, for fear your grace should fall. Let's dance, for fear tonight is all. Let's sway, you could look into my eyes. Let's sway, under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a flower, let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO Nana BOOZHOO. I am Natasha. Now please welcome Nana BOOZHOO. Take it away, sweetie.
You know, I just can't stay silent anymore. Something has to be done about these racist terms. You know, yesterday I was talking about how words can't hurt. And it's true. There's a lot of wisdom in the idea of, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But that kind of lets people who use hurtful language off the hook. And yeah, I know we have freedom of speech, but I think we need to talk about hate speech. Because hate speech, it does something to your mind. And it'll teach you to make a certain kind of people based on the language you use. It will dehumanize them. And so I'm talking about a very serious subject here. And I'm going to use coarse language. So excuse me. If you can't handle coarse language, then just, go to another video. I'm talking about, of course, the C word. No, I'm not talking about cancer. I'm talking about the word cowboy. For generations, we have used this word to, make a whole group of people, based on their race, feel inferior. Little children will play cowboys and Indians. And a cowboy. Why is it, if an Anishinaabe gets on a horse and he rides in, they go, oh, here comes a horseman. But when a little white, listen to me, but when a great knife, when a chamokaman, when a Nij chamokamandug, when one of our fellow great knife people from European descent, when they get on a horse, what are they called? Cowboys. Oh, look, here comes a cowboy. And who among us can't do a stereotypical cowboy voice? Howdy, partner. I'm a cowboy. I was just out riding on the ranch. Is there anything more offensive than this term cowboy? We don't even give them the dignity to call them a man. Unbelievable. If you're a kid, you get two choices. You can be a cowboy or an Indian. Oh, and if you're an Indian, you get to look really cool. They'll put paint on your face. They'll give you a bow and arrow. You get to run around with your shirt off. Or get to wear a vest, like a fringe vest. Feather in your hair, headband. Oh, wow. There's nothing cooler than being an Indian. What do cowboys have to wear? Hey, cowboy, put on this big old sun hat. We'll call it a cowboy hat. It's like a big woman's hat, And then we're going to put these little pointy shoes with heels, little girly shoes. We'll call these cowboy boots. Yikes. We should go back and we should censor the television shows that have been so damaging to our poor Chamokaman brothers and sisters. These terrible, damaging stereotypes. Like, oh, Bonanza. How many of us grew up watching Bonanza? This racist show about these, three men who still live with their dad because they're cowboys, Little Joe, a grown man. Later on, he would become known as Pa Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. But even well into his 20s, they were still calling him Little Joe. Little Joe would get up in the morning and he'd put on his cowboy boots and he'd put on his vest and all this. And of course, got to put on his belt and his guns as an accessory to his outfit. Can't leave the house without guns. Because this racist show likes to stereotype all cowboys as being, gun-toting criminals. We gotta do something about these racist terms. Cowboy. Nah, I'm just kidding. Obviously. But, this is the kind of thinking that gets people all wound up. One of the most common questions that natives get is like, what do you want to be called? We want to be sensitive. we don't want to sound racist, and we fear somehow that our language is going to offend you if we call you something the wrong way. So, you guys are Chippewa, right? It's like, and the reality is, nobody cares. We really don't care. Because here's the story. This is what's so stupid. The story that we're taught in school, I mean, lately it's like, oh, Indian, that's a racist term. You shouldn't say Indian. Because, apparently, once upon a time, back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a man named Christopher Columbus who discovered America. Well, not America so much. He discovered an island between North and South America. It was called the Ararak Island. And Louis C.K. did a bit about this. And he gets off the boat and he sees the beautiful native people there. And they were brown-skinned and had long black hair. And so naturally, Columbus, thinking he had sailed all the way around the world and wound up in India, said, hey, are you guys Indians? Are we in India? Where are we? And the Arikarak or Teo or whoever they were said, no, we're the Ararak. I can never remember what they're called. And Columbus goes, you guys are Indians, come on. And from that day on, and for the rest of history, they just let it go. They were like, yeah, okay, call us Indians. Well, I don't care. And not only that, we'll start calling ourselves Indians. Because you, Christopher Columbus, made this one mistake. We're not going to correct you. We're much too polite for that. We'll call ourselves Indians. And you can kind of call everybody here on this island by the wrong name, and all of South America. And I know, Columbus never went to North America. So somebody after him we're not taught about, maybe it was the Mayflower, I don't know. But those guys had the same mix-up, apparently. And so they called them Indians. And forever, everybody, 500 different languages and people in this amazing, huge continent will all be called Indians. And so years go by. And, for some reason, the term... I guess they had to come up with a term for treaties between... I don't know why it is. But all these treaties are written with the term Indian. And then, for some reason, the Anishinaabe people who spoke Ojibwe started calling themselves the Chippewa. And it kind of sounds like Ojibwa. Ojibwa, Chippewa, Chippewa. But they're Anishinaabe. What? These are pretty serious government documents. They can't take the time to figure out what to call them. But in any case, it's one of those things where the outrage mob wants to make an issue out of something that the locals don't really care about. What should we call you? We can't say the word Indian. You will be the American Indians. What about South America? Okay, you will be the Native Americans. It's like, what about the people who are born here who aren't from our descendancy? You will be the indigenous people. Oh, you mean like a plant? We're indigenous? What? But, you can just decide to be offended by a term. Cowboy. There was never a cowboy alive. It was, hey, don't call me a cowboy. I'm a cow man. Did anybody protest that song? Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be Anishinaabe. So I don't know. Yeah. What else should I say? I guess that's enough. Okay. By the way, another chi miigwech to you wonderful people. Yeah, that's another term you're not supposed to say. You people. I want to say miigwech to you people who have contributed to the GoFundMe page campaign. You know, I can't even joke about it. I'm so touched that so many people would support us. We made our $2,000 goal in just a couple of days, and now we're up to like 2,300 and change. So if you'd still like to contribute, click the link. We're gonna keep it up until we get $4,000, and then we're gonna shoot a movie. All right. Miigwech ganawabi egg. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO, Nana BOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nana BOOZHOO, and I will see you again. Gigawaba min, minawa, awa,
Oh, all right.
la 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 la.
Just a couple of seconds.
Run to the hills, run for your life.